my
god,
god,
it'll be...
What?
Bro.
Wither.
Harry! Oh my god! It's gonna blow up everything! Wait, it's healing! Guys, it's healing!
Oh fuck, oh fuck.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Okay,
Well, this didn't go as we planned. So in today's video, we survived 100 days in hardcore Minecraft. But I didn't do this alone, I brought 3 of my friends. I brought Adrian's, Harry, and Bite. So our goal for this video is to slay the Wither, get a functioning beacon, and get our hands on some netherite armor. But if one of us dies, it's all over. This took a lot of time to make, and according to YouTube statistics, only 47% of you guys are actually subscribed. And we're currently closing into a big milestone, which is 1,000 subscribers. So if you can hit that subscribe button, I would highly appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. Day 1. We started off pretty quickly with getting some wood. We wanted to be as efficient as possible before the night came. Because as all of you know, the first night in Minecraft is very dangerous if you don't have any stuff. And we kinda didn't want to die the first day. We quickly got some tools and we started gathering some stone so we can get some better materials and protect ourselves. We used the stone we gathered to make some stone tools and we're starting to get more stacked. I quickly realized I was getting low on food fast, so I went out in the jungle to find some food. Since we're in the jungle, it was pretty easy to find some melons, and that's what I found. We also needed a place to stay for the night, so we went out to explore a bit, but we kinda got split up. Me and Agents were walking around while Harry and Bite were doing their thing. We also found this little area we could stay for the night, and there was also a big cave and a ravine here. And obviously me and Agent took the opportunity, and we went down there to explore. I found some iron on the way down, and even though it was only one, it was actually the first iron we found. We went deeper down into the little cave we were in, and guess what? Even more iron! I chopped down the iron and we went back into the ravine. I made this little area with some furnaces and I smelted down the rest of the iron I had. I met up with Agents and it was begging for food, so you know, I gave him some good old rotten flesh. We saw this creeper on the other side and we decided to say hi. I didn't realize that Agents was kinda low and I attacked the creeper. The creeper kinda exploded and got Agents down to half a heart. Whoops. I decided to use my iron on some armor. I got a good amount of protection and now it's looking kinda stacked, not gonna lie. Days 2 to 5. Me and Agents went back up to the surface to get some more resources. But I got kinda bored, so I went out to explore a bit. I went around to get some food because I knew that food was gonna be important. I murdered some cows and decided that I wanted a new axe. So I made myself a little iron axe. At this point I had a good amount of materials and a decent amount of food, so I could survive for a little while. I went back to try to find the others, but I saw that Bite got a parrot, so I decided to get my own. This parrot did not want my seeds, I swear dude. It took me so long to get all the seeds. The parrot just didn't want them. I finally got enough seeds to get this parrot after running through the whole jungle trying to find seeds. Dude, this was pain, but we got him. I saw some light and I didn't realize I was actually pretty close to the others. I ran over and met up with Harry again. Day 5. Me and Harry didn't do much this day because we were kind of waiting for Agents and Bite to come back. We're just getting some resources while we waited. After a good while, Agents and Bite finally showed up. What took them so long? Day 6 to 10. The reason Bite was so far away was because he was exploring a bit too. And Bite actually found a jungle temple. And since we had quite a lot of stuff, we decided to check it out. This might not have been the smartest choice because we're still in the early stages and we were trying to survive, but we went for it anyways. We found some loot, but it was nothing special in here. Our plan was to just dip, but when we were done looting it, it was already nighttime. And we kinda had no idea where we were, so we would probably just get lost in the middle of the night, which is not a good thing. So we decided to stay here for the night. And guess what? Agents the Builder managed to make us a beautiful house of this temple. Just look at this, it's perfect. Look at this nice looking basement. We got down a few furnaces and decided to smelt some food in them. Food was still going to be important for the future and we didn't have any food farms yet, so we had to live with what we got. It was getting light outside, so we finally decided to move out of the temple. I saw this creeper and I decided to attack it. I don't know why I attacked it, but the sound of the explosion scared the others. They actually thought I died for a second. We finally went inside, and the second we got outside, we got surrounded by creepers. We decided to just run away from them because we didn't want to risk anything. For some reason, we decided to let Agents lead us, which was a stupid idea. He had no idea where he was going, and we thought he was leading us back. But on the bright side, we did find a shipwreck. This had some loot in it, but most importantly, a treasure map. And of course we wanted to find the treasure, so that's what we did. We mined and understand the area of the chest and tried to find our loot. After a lot of mining, we finally found a chest, and it was some decent loot in there, you know. We could definitely use that. We looked around a bit, and we finally found a place to stay. Days 11 to 20. We went on the island we wanted to stay on, and I saw some melons. I quickly took the opportunity to get some food because I was starting to get low. We were still in the jungle, and we wanted to make a tree house. Luckily for us, the island literally had the perfect trees for that. Agents were building us a little shack so we could have a safe area for the night. This shack somehow lasted throughout the entire series, and all 4 of us was using this little shack as protection, and it actually worked pretty well. I saw that Bite was building something while Harry and Agents were looking at him. I decided to join in. I quickly realized that Bite was actually building a grave for his parrot. Harry was the one that killed it, and he started to break down the grave. I don't even know why. But Bite quickly built it up again, so it's fine. We placed down some furnaces, some chests, and for some reason some pistons. I don't even know where we got those from, but we had them. Days 21 to 25. Me and Agents decided to go explore a bit again. Since we're in a new area, we have to figure out what was nearby, and we did find a ruined portal. There's nothing special here though, but we did get some resources. We were kind of repeating this progress. We didn't want to stay outside for the night because we all know how dangerous the night is in the jungle. So when it was daytime, we went exploring. While we were out doing our thing, Bai and Harry started to get some wood for the building they wanted to make. Days 26 to 35. All of us somehow ended up in the starting shack. I don't even know how. We needed some protection because there was a lot of phantoms inside and we didn't want to die. Phantoms were starting to become a bigger problem, so we needed to find ourselves some wool and make some beds. Things were starting to look way better for us. The farm was in the building and the treehouse were looking way better. I didn't even know Bite and Harry could build. What the heck is this? I went out to farm some bamboo because Agents thought it was a good idea to fill the whole beach with bamboo. We gathered some bamboo and placed them down. This could come in handy in the future if we needed anything. But this was also going to look like a mess when the bamboo grew. But it's fine. While me and Agents were just waffling around, Bite and Harry actually got some stuff done. While Agents were building a sandcastle, I don't even know why, Bite and Harry actually got some resources and built the treehouse. Look at this. Damn, like, I'm impressed. Who knew that Harry and Bite could actually build? Well, they showed us around and things were looking really good so far. We went back there and there was somehow a fire here. This could have caused a big forest fire and it could have burned down the whole jungle. But me and your boy Agent stopped the fire with our hands. Yup, our bare hands. We're strong like that. We decided that we wanted to explore a bit again. We wanted to find a village because it was going to be important to have some villagers in the future. And we didn't want to be useless for the team either, so we kind of had to do something. So we didn't manage to find a village, but we did manage to find something just as important. A lot of people actually would say this is more important.
One in specific.
Wait, that's a pink sheep? I swear there's something with them, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're...
Wait, what's the rarest sheep? Wasn't it brown and pink, right? Those two.
Pink,
I-
pink's rarer.
Pink?
Wait, we found a pink sheep. Oh, that's...
Wait, should we capture it? We could boat it.
Yeah, let's capture it. And so we did. We captured this rare and important pink sheep. It wasn't just any sheep either. It was a pink sheep and they're incredibly rare to find natural. I was leading a sheep in a boat while Agents were making a platform for me to go on, so we didn't kill the sheep or get it stuck. We finally got back, but you won't believe what happened. No. Alright, there we go.
Alright, there we go. Look, it looks so happy. It looks so happy.
What?
The
How?
Oh my gosh, your parrot killed it. Your parrot killed it, monkey.
So my parrot somehow killed the sheep. Yeah, I know, it's pretty sad. I didn't know this was a thing, but there was nothing we could do about it. But while me and Agents were out exploring a bit, Bite actually were working on the house, and Harry made some cookies for some reason. He actually handed us some to cheer us up a bit. We decided that we wanted to make a grave for the pink sheep as well. And so we did. We made one right next to the other grave that Bite made. We already had 2 graves, and it was only like day 35. We gotta keep our pets alive, we're so bad at this. Days 36 to 40. Agents were extending our farm because he was getting bored of killing fish. So he made Harry's little farm to a big farm. Now we didn't have to worry about food as much because we could just make some bread. Bite decided to build in a treehouse and Harry decided to mine for some diamonds. On the other hand, me and Agents decided to stay together and we actually passed the whole jungle. We found a dark oak biome and decided that we wanted to go further into it. We didn't want to stick in dark oak biome for too long because, as you all know, mobs usually vibe under the trees. And we wanted to get away from the danger and not go to it. But we did actually manage to find a way out of it, and there was a plains biome right outside of it. We walked further and guess what? We actually managed to find ourselves a village. This was very important for us. We wanted to make ourselves a villager trading area next to our house. And that's exactly what we did. We stole the villagers in boats and drove them back to our house.
Okay, it actually connects though. It actually connects back to the island. So
Yeah, I think it does. I think it's this way. Days 41 to 50. Everything went well. We got the villagers in a boat and we headed back to the treehouse. Nothing can stop us now. We went right across the ocean, and luckily for us we didn't have to do much navigation. Adrian was pretty confident on where our treehouse was, and I simply just followed him, even though it didn't go that well the last time. We decided that we wanted to put the villagers in the wall. We didn't want our villagers to get infected by zombies, so we had to protect them. For some reason, we decided that we want Harry be in charge of the villagers. None of us wanted to do this work, so that's why we let Harry be in charge of it. The boys were starting to get a lot of progress on the treehouse, and it was starting to look very, very good, I'm not gonna lie. There was a whole new floor here, and the house were actually starting to look more completed. Our next goal was to get a nether portal done, so that's what we did. We found a place in the house to get the portal done, while agents were getting us some resources.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
I can finish this up and put it in here.
Give me a sec. Okay, yeah, I figured it was gonna be something like this.
And this was the new place for our portal. It was literally a perfect room for it. Look at this. We got the portal lit up and we're thinking about going in, but then we decided that we wanted to wait a bit before we start exploring the nether. Because if you didn't know, the nether is incredibly dangerous and we could easily die in there. And we had no plans of restarting this. We went back to get the sheep we left behind earlier. We brought some boats and tried to get the sheep with us. After we finally managed to get 2 sheep in the boats, we were heading back. But instead of only getting a sheep, we also got some cows. Now it was time for us to start breeding, and you all know how boring this process is. I couldn't be bothered to start breeding them, so I decided to go mining. We're already on day 45 and I had almost mined nothing. The group needed some more materials, so that's why I got them. Unfortunately, I did not find any diamonds while I was mining, but I did manage to find some iron, some coal, and all that good stuff. I came back up from the mines and I put my stuff in the furnaces. But I did not realize how much the others were actually working. There were so many animals here. It got to a point where I just had to turn off my sound. I don't think it was the smartest of ideas to put the cows and the sheep together, because it was just a total mess down here. But I guess it worked for now. We decided that we wanted to make the island look a bit better. We filled in the holes in the ground with dirt and made some places more natural. After doing this for a bit, things were actually starting to look very good. We fixed most of the areas and everything was getting better. This is where things start to go a bit sideways. Yeah, you remember that we let Harry be in charge of the villagers? Well, Harry kinda forgot to protect them. Yep, you heard me right. Harry let the villagers get infected by zombies. This meant that we had to cure the villagers to make them normal again. And to cure the villagers, you need quite a lot of stuff. Well done, Harry. You had one job, dude. One job. We really needed to cure these villagers because our plan was to get good enchanted book traits from the villagers and then use them on our stuff again. But now we have even more stuff to do and we're already halfway to the finish line. This was gonna be a mess. Days 56 to 75. We finally decided that it was time for us to go explore the nether. I mean, it was about time. We needed quite a bit of stuff from there, so we thought, why not? Why not, right? We made a deal that we're going to take things very slow in the beginning because, you know, of the danger in here. There's so much things that can kill us. We honestly just decided to take things very slow. After a bit of exploring here, we managed to find ourselves a ruined portal. The only issue with this was that it was in the middle of a freaking lava pool, dude. And if there was a ghost nearby, it could easily just hit us off. And that's a problem. We decided to move on from it, and guess what? We actually managed to find ourselves a bastion. I know, a bastion is more dangerous, but you heard me right, it's a bastion. It was not too far away from the ruined portal either, and as you know, a bastion could have some insane loot, but it's also incredibly dangerous. But the boys decided to go in. Let's just say it didn't go as planned. Oh my god! Go! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh god! Help! Oh, it takes so much damage. Even though we're so close to just dying, we're not giving up. We gave it another shot. I don't think they respawn, do they?
I don't think they respawn.
I hope they don't.
I think as long as we get in there, they shouldn't spawn.
On my live streams, I've died to this place so many times. They don't respawn. Oh, it's a demon pig!
Oh my god! Oh, it was about to jump. We went around and we looted what was in it, but unfortunately there was nothing good in here. We got a bit of resources, but that was about it.
Are you doing alright?
While Harry was on drugs, we were working on our next goal. We needed to find ourselves a nether fortress. We were already over half of the way into the series and the days were starting to close into 100 days. We still had to beat the wither and that means we needed wither skulls, and that's why we decided to just find the fortress now that we were in the nether. We finally managed to find the nether fortress, but there's one problem with this one. It was in a freaking basalt biome, dude. And we all hate that biome. We all hate it. But I guess we'll take it. We couldn't be bothered to find another one, and at least it was a fortress, so we could get the stuff we needed from it. We came to the fortress and we murdered the blazes so we could get ourselves some blaze rods. We walked around the fortress and eventually found a spawner, and it turns out there's another blaze spawner right next to this one. Since we're 4 people, we split up in 2 groups. Me and Harry were at one of the spawners and Bai and agents were at the other. With 2 spawners and 4 people, we were getting blaze rods way faster. And yes, we were camping the spawner, but come on dude, it's hardcore. We have to survive here, so why not, right? Why not? After a bit of killing, we eventually got the blaze powder we needed.
Yo, I got the stuff. I got the wart.
Stuff?
You got the stuff?
The
You got
stuff.
the wart?
I got the stuff. I got the wart.
Okay,
How
okay,
many
let's
wart
go.
did you get?
Oh,
How many-
finally.
I got 16. I got 16.
Okay, me back
Should
up. Me
be-
back up in the middle.
Yeah.
At this point, we got all the stuff we needed for the potions. We had everything to cure the villagers again. And this was our main priority. Our goal was to get some looting books out of the villagers to get some wither skulls with the looting swords again. Because, you know, getting wither skulls without a looting sword is kind of hopeless. We weren't going to stay for hours either. We were trying to find a way back, but we couldn't really find it. And that's when we found this weird bugged out lava on the roof. And of course, I'm stupid enough to check it out. So I just jumped in and... yeah, you saw what just happened.
You guys face
You got social experiments.
Alright, ready?
Yeah.
So after joking around a bit, we got back to trying to find a way back. We were really struggling because this fortress was literally a maze. But eventually, we found the way back. Oh my god, okay.
I hate. Wait,
We're almost there. We're almost at the cords. I think.
I see
Look.
it.
Wait, is
Where do you see it?
Yes, it's a portal right
Oh, there it is. Go.
Oh, yes,
Dream.
finally. Go.
I'm taking some of these bones.
Careful, right there.
But finally, after a lot of intense action in Nether, we found our way back to our lovely treehouse. I don't think you guys realize how good it felt to be back in the overworld. Like, damn, that was a struggle. But we were not done quite yet. We still needed some materials for a looting sword. I walked over to the farm we had and saw how much of a mess this had become. It was hard to get wool from the sheep at this point because every time we grew some grass down there, a sheep would eat it, like instantly. So we decided to let them go. Like, what could go wrong though? We're on an island and there's nowhere they could go, so why not? Why not, right? While they were taking the animals out in the hole, I went out to get some mushrooms, but apparently needed some mushrooms to brew, so I went out on a little trip. I got back to seeing the whole island just filled with animals. I'm not really sure if this was a good idea, but I guess it works. But I needed some help with the brewing, so I decided to help him. There was nothing much I needed to do, but I was getting the nether wart that Harry was carrying. I got the nether wart and then I just carried it back up to Bite. I didn't really have that much to do, so I decided to take a look at the bamboo beach me and Adrian made. And damn, as I was expecting, the bamboo grew a lot on our beach, and I really thought it was time to chop it down, and so I did. I came back and I heard that Harry was screaming. I quickly ran over and he was actually really close to dying, but obviously, yeah, boy Monkey saved him. For us to make this progress easier, we had to split up the villagers. It was going to be very difficult to stay alive and cure them while we was down there. Like, there's a lot of them as well, so we kind of had to split them. So here's a sped up clip of us splitting them up. It was kind of difficult to get them away from each other, but we did manage to do it in the end. We got them all away from each other and then we gave them the things they needed to get cured. The curing process was kind of long and they were just standing there shaking for a good amount of time. We decided that we wanted to let Harry be in charge of the villagers again because none of us had the patience to stand there and wait for the right enchants. Let's just hope Harry doesn't screw it up this time. Good luck, Harry. While I was busy trying to get some books, I walked past Adrian's, and for some reason, that dumbass was eating a pufferfish. He actually got down to half a heart. And he had to run inside of the treehouse to hide. He was just in a room, in a corner, just hiding. Like, bruh, well done, Adrians. I got the resources we needed for the villager trades, and I actually got us 3 looting 2 books. This was going to be very important for the wither skull hunting, and we already had a looting 3 book and a looting 2 book next to it. After I got the books, I saw that I had the opportunity to get even another looting 2 book. That meant we could get 2 looting 3 books. All I had to do was to get some more materials and boom! We had 4 looting 2 books. We were ready for the wither skulls. We all went back into the mines because we realized that we didn't even have diamond armor yet. We're starting to stress about netherite and the wither, like what are we even doing? My luck wasn't the best though, just like earlier. I mean, I kinda never have luck. But eventually I actually managed to find myself some diamonds. Even though I didn't get a lot of diamonds in total, I still got some, which is better than nothing. I mined for quite a while and I actually managed to get myself 18 diamonds in total, and I was actually pretty happy with that. I went back up to the treehouse and decided I wanted to use my levels on getting the books together. I put all of the looting books together and we got 3 different looting 3 books. This was more than enough. I also decided I wanted to use my diamonds, some tools and some armor. This was going to be very important for the wither fight and I was getting prepared. I made myself a diamond chestplate, a diamond sword, a diamond pickaxe and a diamond helmet. I used every single diamond of mine, and I don't think it was a waste at all. I think it was worth it. I went up and started enchanting some of my stuff. I still had quite a lot of levels and enchantments could be really good. Days 81 to 90. Okay, so things were starting to get a bit more stressful. Me and Bite filled our inventory with beds from the sheep farm and started to farm netherite. Aegis and Harry went to the nether fortress to get the wither skulls. Time was really running out and we had to be efficient or else we're not going to be able to accomplish the goals we had for this video. In the start, me and Bite were actually really unlucky with the netherite mining. We didn't get much and things were actually starting to look kind of bad. Kept on placing beds and beds and beds and beds, but no netherite was showing up. But then finally, our luck turned. I started to get ancient debris and I found the 4th one. This was actually lost when I needed to make 1 netherite ingot. Tried to mine around it to see if there's more, but unfortunately not. Because if you didn't know, there can actually be ancient debris hiding in netherite right next to the other ancient debris. So I wanted to make sure I got it all. We continued mining because we wanted enough netherite to get that netherite armor. And it was worth it. I didn't find that much netherite, but at least I got some. I ended up with quite a lot of netherite. I decided I wanted to give Bite the control of it. I gave my netherite and we headed back to our base. We finally got out of the portal and was relieved that we were back safe. We didn't really have much of a plan for this end. We had one little plan and that was just to get as stacked as possible. Harry gave me his power 1 bow which should come in handy. Since Bite had all the netherite, we dropped him our diamond gear to make it netherite. But there was just one little issue. We didn't have enough to get everyone full netherite. We were actually quite far away from that. But I did get my helmet and my sword upgraded. Days 96 to 100. These were the final days. I was almost ready for the final fight. The wither. This is what we've been stacking up for almost 100 days now. I made myself some golden apples
Like
just
somewhere
in case I
maybe
get low.
there?
Our plan was to find an area to fight the wither.
Because like, if
but
anything goes
then
wrong, we can just hop back
this
here
happened.
and like milk bucket, you know? Yeah. If anything goes wrong with that. So yeah, I mean like we got this.
Yeah, we
like,
got
it'll
it.
be,
What?
bro.
Harry?
Wither.
Harry!
Harry, why would you do on this island?
No, 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 no.
Hurry! No, we should blow up everything! Oh my
Oh,
god!
fuck.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh damn!
Shoot it!
Hurry! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's gonna blow up everything! Are you kidding? Hurry!
Shoot it! The village just died.
No! Not the villagers! Oh shit! Hurry!
You got gaps, man. This is good. Everyone just died.
It literally knocked me off of the entire
We're
structure.
dodging the withers. Effects.
Just keep it on you. Keep it
Oh
on
my
you.
god, I'm getting low. I'm gonna need my cap.
We're shooting it.
I'm not sure actually.
Okay.
I got quite a
It's so
few.
quick!
It is really. It's like spazzing out. Really.
Someone's saying me. Someone please.
It's almost dead! It's almost dead!
It's still on me. It's still on me.
I know. Just keep it on me, Harry. We got this.
Keep it on you.
Harry, why did you spawn it here?
Do you see what you've done? Don't go in the house. Harry, don't go in the house.
It's almost dead.
No, stop.
Oh my god, it's after me now.
It's so low. It's actually so low. Get it. We got it. Wait, we got it. Let's go.
Let's
Weight reduction, because that's what we've just done.
Oh my god. Let's just make the beacon and
Yeah, let's
You
just
need
make
to,
the
like,
beacon. All right.
let's
Let's just make it.
yeah.
Armor here real quick.
There you
Okay,
go. Hey, look at that. That looks clean.
Guys,
There's one of the goals done. What's up?
What's up, what?
we only have 2 obsidian. We need 3.
Oh crap! Oh
What?
crap! Oh crap!
We need
Wait,
Wait,
what?
isn't today the last day?
At this point, we just realized we're on day 100 and we didn't have the final stuff for our beacon. We didn't even think about this, and now we have to get the resources as quickly as possible. We all ran straight down to the mines to get the obsidian we needed to make the beacon. We also need the iron blocks to get the beacon activated. Time was flying by and we only had a couple minutes left.
I dropped it.
I got it. Two more. Two, go. It's, oh my god, look at the moon. No, hurry, please.
I got 3 iron. I got 3 iron. On me.
Go.
I have 2 blocks.
Activate it. Yes, let's go.
Yes!
Let's go.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Let's
Give us
go.
speed.
Oh my god.
gosh.
Let's go.
And we have a bit of time. And
Oh
we have
my
a bit of
god.
time.